made it to the Outerbanks. Now I'm off to Cedar Island. That was my camp spot last night. Stayed in a little campground. All to myself. Beautiful view. Today is either going to be a really short day or a really long day. I'm hoping to do the push it really long day, but we'll see. Cedar Island is mostly a national wildlife refuge, which means no camping. The sun is so bright, reflecting off all the water. It's hard to see, so I had to make a little sun visor. Hey, it almost looks like a bow. The ferry to Okracoke Island only runs twice a day right now, so if I wanted to reach tomorrow morning's ferry, then I would have to walk 28 miles of the road today. With the limited sunlight right now, because it's winter, meant that I had to leave right at sunrise, walk just about as hard as I could all day long, and hope to get to the next campground by sunset. For the most part, there were very few cars on the road. Really just bursts of cars whenever the ferry would leave or arrive. Supposedly, this is a creek. That is the biggest creek I've ever seen. Okay, I'm still too far away to record it, but I can see the bridge ahead to Cedar Island, and it's massive. I mean, I've walked over a lot of bridges before and some long ones, but this one looks intimidating. Only 10 miles left to my first ferry, which will be tomorrow. And once I cross the bridge, there's a bear. Then I'll be entering the National Wildlife Refuge. Cedar Island National Wildlife Refuge. That's 5 miles. No camping. And why do people feel like they have to shoot every sign? Okay, leaving the trees. Huge expanses of marsh ahead. And that giant bridge. Goodbye, trees. I know it still looks kind of small on the camera, but when I was growing up, our family often went to California, and my mom was really good at pointing out every bridge that we went over or under that had collapsed during an earthquake and people had died on. And I always get nervous going over bridges. I mean, as many as I've gone over, at least North Carolina isn't known for having lots of major earthquakes like California. And at least there's no cars out today, which makes it much more comfortable. Usually road walking on bridges, I get uncomfortable because I'm trying to share it with cars. The closer I got to the bridge, the more I realized I had been overreacting. It really wasn't as big of a bridge as my mind thought it was. I think the last bridge had really intimidated me because the wall was slanted, so if you wanted to lean away from the cars, you were leaning toward the wall that had you leaning towards the edge. It was uncomfortable, whereas this wall, straight up and down, felt pretty comfortable since there were no cars. It was just stretching and making noises right there in front of me. Okay. Hi. What's the matter? You have it done there? Bye. Good morning. I'm off to the ferry. Today's going to be a really short hiking day. because it's kind of a long ferry. Ferry is at 10:30, so I got to like sleep in, take my time a bit this morning. After sleeping in and getting to wash my body at the campground the night before, couldn't really wash my hair because, I mean, I was sleeping in a tent when it was 34 degrees out, but I was feeling nice and refreshed and ready for the ferry. It also helped that the temperature was getting ready to rise and it was sunny out. But it cost a whole $1. I just remembered I get really nauseous on boats, so now I'm really excited for this ferry. So my options for today were, well, I just did 1 mile to this ferry. This ferry is going to take 2 hours to get to Okracoke Island. But once I am there, I have the option of either walking 4 miles to the campground and stopping there for the night, which seems like a really short day, or walking the 15 miles across the island, which I don't know how fast I'm going to be. I don't know how compact the sand is. But 15 miles to take another ferry to Cedar Island, and then walking another like 6 miles to that campground. So that would be 21 miles when I'm going to be on ferries for over 4 hours and had to wait 3 hours for this ferry. Like, so I'm going to take it easy today. Go do a little sightseeing, act like a little tourist, kind of excited. Not sure how much there is, but I've never been to the North Carolina Outerbanks, so I'm excited. I feel like I keep seeing, I'm sure it's just waves I see in the distance, but I'm like, is that a dolphin? Is that, what's that? What's that? I think I do see some birds diving, but I don't know. I guess just yesterday morning I woke up, I was like, why am I doing this? I hate hiking winter. Why am I doing this? Or at least, why am I doing this time of year? Part of me now is like, because I still love hiking during the day. I may not like waking up freezing cold and going to bed cold. But then, yeah, I've been warm enough at night. And the hiking's been pleasant. Beautiful views. And I don't have to reserve all the campgrounds. Like everything, all these campgrounds would be filled up way sooner than now, and I'd probably be in a bad position. But it's January, so no one's really camping right now. A few people are out in their RVs, but it's like, I didn't make any reservations. Great, I can just walk on up and have a spot to camp and not have to worry about it. And that's fantastic. Okay. My bliss was short-lived once I realized that most of the campgrounds were closed. And since you're not allowed to camp along the seashore, I suddenly had a whole bunch more logistics planning to do. Said bon voyage, but I'm on the island now. Welcome to Okracoke.